No! 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 No!
Cats is directed by Tom Hooper. This movie is based on a famous Broadway musical, and it stars Taylor Swift, Jennifer Hudson, Judi Dench, Idris Elba, Ian McKellen, Rebel Wilson, Jason Dorano, and Francesca Howard. Did I say her name right? I think that's her name. So, what is the plot of Cats? I think I should read this plot out. Okay, according to Google, the plot of this movie is a tribe of cats must decide yearly which one will send to the Heaviside layer and come back to a new life. So apparently these cats are the Jellica cats, what they call it in the movie. Yeah, the reason why I'm reading the story from my phone right now, I think I'll explain more detail on the flaws of the movie. Now, everyone knows that this movie is probably everyone's most least anticipated film of 2019, including myself. Like, literally when they're announcing they're making a Cats movie, I'm like, okay, the musical was very popular, this could be interesting as an adaptation. Until the trailers came out, and all we see is CGI digital-faced cats that look freaky as shit. And not just that, the trailers, it's probably introduced some of the worst marketing that I've ever seen in a movie. So, of course, I'm ready to rant on this movie. I'm ready to rant on Cats when it comes out. But also, on the other side of my mind, I'm like, maybe Cats will surprise me. So, I watched a very early screening of Cats. I'm trying to see as much movies as I can before I do my end of year list. I still need to see Jumanji that came out. I just saw Jojo Rabbit. I did just review Jojo Rabbit. And now we got Cats, and now we got Jumanji, and I think Jumanji might be my last review, so I'm trying to find the most earliest screening of Cats that I can find in Melbourne, and finally I found one, and I watched Cats. Does this movie at least surprise me? Well, let's talk about the positives first. First, I would say that the production design, not including the Cats, I'm just saying the production design, the look of the movie, actually looks surprisingly good. I love the look of the production design. I love the way the city looks. It looks nice and very effective. And it looks like you're watching a Broadway show in the most goodest way as possible. Also, I reckon the two cats that really stole this movie, one of them is Jennifer Hudson. I love Jennifer Hudson as a singer. I think she's one of the most beautiful singers out there. And she has the most beautiful voice. And her take on memory was absolutely breathtaking. It's absolutely beautiful. And also we got the new star in the movie, Francesca Howard. I don't think I said her name right, but she really is the actress that really tried during this whole entire movie. You know, most of the time she's just like looking everywhere in the most cliched fashion. I can see she tried her best in this film. She's a very good dancer. I heard she's a ballet dancer and she does have big talent. Yeah, you're expecting more positive with Cats? What do you expect? This movie is horrible from start to finish. I was cringing. I was terrified. What do you expect? Cats would be terrible no matter what, even from the marketing and the movie itself, and Cats is more terrible than I thought it is. Even though it does have positives, which really surprised me, the biggest problem with Cats, and it's back to why I'm reading the plot on my phone, this movie doesn't have a freaking story. It doesn't have a main plot. That is one thing that's important about movies. Plot, development, story. This movie just felt like random events just keeps coming on. There's a musical moment after another musical moment after another musical moment. And no plot. And then we get this thing and I'm like, oh, is that meant to be the plot of this movie? They didn't explore that. It just happens randomly. Yes, the story of this movie, there's no story whatsoever. But what about the look of the cats that everyone was just hating on? Is the look of the cats better than it was in the trailer? Absolutely not. They look exactly the same. Oh my god, the look of the cats is terrible. It's terrifying. The digital face of the cat thing, I don't know what the thing is called, what they do with it, CGI looking cats. It looks absolutely terrifying, creepy. I looked at images of the Broadway because I have not seen the Broadway. I heard of it. I have I've heard like Memory and all that stuff, but I haven't seen the actual Broadway. But I looked at the images. The people were wearing costumes in the play, and they look more convincing than these CGI cats in this movie. You don't feel like they're cats. You feel like they're just creepy alien things that looks like they're meant to be cats, but they're aliens. They're creepy as shit. And the thing about this movie that's really more weird is that since this movie's rated G, it's kind of for kids and all that stuff here in Australia. But literally, the female cats are like kind of horny in this film. Like they're dancing horny in this film. They're doing this stuff and all that stuff. There's like a moment with Jason Derulo singing and you can see the cats doing like horny stuff like, oh yeah. I'm not even joking. Everyone's gonna think I'm crazy. No, I actually saw that. And the thing is also, I'm gonna spoil some bits of the movie because I just couldn't get these bits out of my head. There's not just CGI cats in this film. There's also mice. There's also crickets. Yes, I'm not even joking. Every single creature in this film are all like human creepiness. And there's a dog in this film. You don't even get to see the dog, but for some reason I'm curious to see what the dog is. Is it a real dog or a real human? But anyway, just back to this review. Now, the story is crap. The CGI is good. Is this movie entertaining at least? No. Since this movie has no story whatsoever, this movie is boring as shit. It's basically a film that nothing happens because each of the characters in the movie are just like they're going, hi, how's it going? Sing song, sing song. Hi, how's it going? Sing song, sing song. And the songs in this movie, there are good lyrics, but just since it's now disturbing CGI cats, it just makes it weird and creepy. And most of the songs in Cats really drags on from start to finish. It just drags on. Like, it really drags on. I know it probably drags on the Broadway, but it's a Broadway. Sometimes Broadway musicals should just stay in Broadway, not be adapted to movies, and Cats is a bright example of that. Oh my gosh. I thought Cats was going to little surprise me because I hated the trailers of the movie. And I feel so bad for the cast, like Judi Dench, Ian McKellen, great actors, Idris Elba even. My god, Idris Elba is really terrible in this movie, and I feel bad for him because the script in this movie is absolutely terrible. And especially the new star in the movie, Francesca Howard, even though I did mention her in the positives of the review, she's literally just has nothing to do in this film. Most of the characters are just there to do musical sequences. There's no aspect or point to the characters at all. And Idris Elba's just like disappearing all the time, going, oh, I have an evil plan, disappear. My god, this movie's terrible. Guys, you know I'm going to say Cats overall. It is terrible, it is bad, the CGI is terrible, the musical sequences are forgettable. At least the production design and cinematography looked really nice in the film, and I'm really surprised that Cats has a couple of positives, which that is great, and Jennifer Hudson's memory is still beautiful, it's still fantastic than it was in the trailers. But guys, do not go see Cats when it came on Boxing Day. I'm so glad I went to see a screening of this movie because I'm like here to warn you to not see Cats. Actually, I heard in the news after I watched Cats that this movie's like a bomb, the box office bomb of this year. Like worse than any other movies this year, what I've heard from the news. Every audience member say it's atrocious, and I completely agree. Cats is a hysterical, because there are parts of this movie that I was laughing hysterical when they take bits seriously. Guys, Cats is terrible. Do not go see this movie. This is definitely going to be my worst movies of the year. I'm going to give Cats a D-. So guys, I'm going to take a little bit of break of movie reviewing. I know I still got Jumanji to review. I'm waiting till Boxing Day to watch that movie. But that will technically be my last review for 2019. So I'm just going to take a break, have a Christmas break. So guys, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hopefully you guys have your families with you and have a fantastic Christmas together. I love Christmas. Can't wait to celebrate Christmas. So, let me know down below. I'm not going to talk about Cats, like, what do you think of this movie, because everyone's going to say it's terrible. So, I'm going to say, what is the best Christmas gift you ever got? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contacting me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and notified for my latest reviews. And, have a nice day.